Most people are slowly destroying their health with every single meal they eat every day. The foods you choose daily either fight disease or quietly feed it inside your body. There is one thing almost every unhealthy food has in common. It raises your insulin dramatically. Insulin resistance is behind roughly 80% of chronic diseases, destroying millions of lives around the world today. So the secret is simple. Eat foods that keep your insulin low and stable every day. Every food on this list does exactly that, and the results will genuinely shock you completely. Let's start with number 1, and honestly, most people walk right past this in the store. Sauerkraut. Raw sauerkraut. Not the pasteurized jar sitting on the warm grocery store shelf forever. Pasteurization uses heat, and heat destroys the one thing that makes sauerkraut so incredibly powerful: the microbes. Those living microbes make sauerkraut one of the most potent natural probiotics on the entire planet. It is far more powerful than yogurt, kefir, or any probiotic supplement you have ever bought. One single cup gives you just 1.9 net carbs, barely anything, but packed with incredible nutrition. Now here is something that will genuinely surprise you about this simple fermented cabbage in your fridge. 1 cup of sauerkraut delivers over 700 milligrams of vitamin C, 10 times the daily requirement. 10 times. From 1 cup of fermented cabbage. That is almost impossible to believe, but completely true. It also contains glutamine, which actively heals gut inflammation and repairs damage inside your digestive system. The microbes in sauerkraut produce vitamin K2, which pulls calcium out of your arteries and joints. It also contains sulforaphane, the same powerful compound found in broccoli that carries real anti-cancer properties. But the true heavy lifter inside sauerkraut is something most people have never once heard about. It is called vitamin U, technically known as S-methylmethionine, and it literally heals stomach ulcers. It rebuilds the protective mucus layer in your gut and calms inflammation throughout your entire digestive tract. Just half a cup to 1 cup daily on your plate is genuinely all you need. Now let's talk about number 2, and this one belongs on your salad plate starting tonight. Arugula. Most people think of it as just a fancy salad green with a slightly bitter taste. But arugula is one of the most protective foods you can eat for your entire cardiovascular system. Out of every single food on the planet, arugula contains the highest natural amount of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and widens your arteries, keeps blood pressure controlled, and fights inflammation deep inside vessels. This is not just about your heart. This improves circulation throughout every single part of your body. Yes, it even helps with erectile dysfunction, because proper blood flow matters everywhere in the body. Arugula is also a cruciferous vegetable, which means it carries real, well-studied anti-cancer protective properties too. Drizzle generous extra virgin olive oil over it and you have one of the healthiest meals possible. Stick with me, because food number 3 completely changed what I personally eat several times every week. Wild-caught salmon. The word wild is critical here. It is essentially the organic standard for fish. Farm-raised salmon often contains antibiotics, artificial additives, and synthetic pigments, just to give it that pink color. Wild-caught salmon lives freely in nature, eating what it is naturally designed to eat every day. Just 3 ounces delivers a full 2,000 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids in one single serving. Omega-3 contains 2 critical compounds, DA for your brain and retina, and EPA for fighting inflammation. Arthritis, bursitis, tendinitis, any inflammation ending in itis, omega-3 is exactly what your body needs. Compare that to codfish, which provides only 171 milligrams of omega-3 in the same portion size. That is not even close. Salmon wins that comparison by an almost unbelievable margin every single time. Some people worry about mercury in fish, but salmon actually protects you from mercury naturally on its own. Salmon is rich in selenium, which binds directly to mercury and safely removes it from your body. Always eat your salmon with the skin on. Underneath that skin is a dense layer of nutrients. The skin side contains concentrated omega-3s plus collagen, both of which your body genuinely needs and uses. Try to eat wild-caught salmon or another fatty fish at least 2 to 3 times weekly. Now, number 4 is something you can order online and most people have never even considered eating before. Cod liver, not cod liver oil from a bottle, actual cod liver, available in cans online. The liver of the codfish is one of the most omega-3 dense foods on the planet. It actually surpasses salmon in omega-3 content, and it is rich in the kind of fat your brain loves. We are all drowning in omega-6 fatty acids from seed oils that fill most processed food today. Omega-3 and omega-6 compete with each other, so you need more omega-3 to restore that critical balance. Cod liver has a texture more like pudding, and honestly, the taste is much milder than you would expect. Eat the cod liver from the can but do not drink the oil. Your gallbladder will not enjoy that. The omega-3 in canned cod liver survives the canning process. Lab testing has confirmed this is absolutely true. Now here comes number 5, and I promise you are going to raise your eyebrows when you read this. Hamburger. Real grass-fed hamburger. Not fast food. Not processed patties. Not anything from a drive-through window. Grass-fed beef is easier to digest and delivers a nutritional profile that genuinely rivals almost any other food. Do not buy the extra lean variety. Go for the 80-20 blend with the natural fat included. When you eat protein with its natural fat, your insulin response stays much lower and more controlled. Lean protein without fat spikes insulin harder. Whey protein powder is actually the worst offender here by far. Fat slows digestion, improves amino acid absorption, and keeps your energy steadier for far longer after meals. Grass-fed hamburger is also loaded with B vitamins, zinc, copper, and iron in the most bioavailable form possible. Iron from meat absorbs dramatically better than plant-based iron. Spinach simply cannot compete with real beef at all. Hamburger also contains carnosine, a powerful anti-aging antioxidant compound that genuinely helps your body stay younger longer. And it is naturally high in creatine, the same compound people spend money on as a separate powder supplement. Red meat from grass-fed animals is not the villain mainstream nutrition has tried to make it out to be. Eat it without the bun, enjoy the nutrition, and watch how much better you actually feel doing this. All right, we are at number 6, and you only need 1 or 2 of these tiny things per day. Brazil nuts. Just 1 or 2 daily, that is the entire recommendation, and it is genuinely enough. Out of every single food on the entire planet, Brazil nuts contain the most selenium by far. And selenium might be one of the most underappreciated minerals in the entire world of human nutrition today. First, selenium helps your thyroid convert T4 into T3, the active form your body actually uses for energy. Many people with hypothyroidism are not low in iodine. They are actually deficient in selenium and do not know it. Selenium has essentially disappeared from our food supply because modern farming depletes it from the soil over time. If it is not in the soil, it does not get into the plants or the animals we eat. Now pay close attention here, because this part about selenium is genuinely one of the most important things to know. Your T helper cells, the command center of your entire immune system, cannot function without adequate selenium present. T helper cells are like the pentagon of your immunity. They direct every defense your body has against disease. Without them working properly, your body becomes dangerously vulnerable to viruses, pathogens, and even developing certain cancers. There is a strong documented correlation between selenium deficiency and increased vulnerability to serious immune conditions worldwide. Autoimmune diseases, Hashimoto's, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, MS, are heavily linked to low selenium and vitamin D levels. Low selenium also contributes to low testosterone in both men and women, affecting energy, mood, and fertility significantly. Selenium protects the ovaries and testicles, helps maintain hormonal balance, and even prevents certain types of unwanted hair loss. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts daily provides enough. Going beyond that for months can actually become toxic over time. Number 7 is something I pour generously and without any hesitation over almost everything I eat each day. Extra virgin olive oil. Real extra virgin olive oil. Not the cheap, adulterated bottle sitting on a supermarket shelf. You will know it is authentic because you will feel a slight peppery tickle in the back of your throat. That sensation means the polyphenols are intact and the oil has not been mixed with cheaper, inferior oils somewhere. There is enormous corruption in the olive oil industry. Buy from trusted Spanish or Italian producers whenever you can. The phytonutrients in real extra virgin olive oil are 20 times more potent than those found in green tea. 20 times stronger than green tea. Let that number sit with you for just a moment, right now. It feeds and protects your mitochondria, the tiny energy factories that power every single cell throughout your entire body. Extra virgin olive oil is also a powerful natural anti-clotting agent, which matters more than most people currently realize. 90% of all heart attacks are caused by a blood clot, not by plaque buildup in arteries. Same thing with strokes. Keeping your blood from clotting unnecessarily is absolutely critical for your long-term cardiovascular health. Now, I promised you 3 bonus foods, and these 3 will genuinely complete and transform your entire daily diet. First bonus: quality cheese. Full-fat, raw, aged cheese from a trusted source with real fermentation intact. Cheese is a fermented food, which means it contains living microbes that actively support a healthy gut microbiome. It is also one of the richest natural dietary sources of vitamin K2 you can consistently eat every day. Vitamin K2 is essentially an anti-aging vitamin. It keeps calcium out of your arteries and your joints permanently. As we age, calcium tends to deposit in all the wrong places. Olive oil and cheese help prevent that. Cheese also contains CLA, a natural compound that actually helps your body burn stored fat more efficiently. And because fermentation consumes the lactose, aged cheese is very low carb and will not spike your insulin. Second bonus: dark chocolate. Not milk chocolate, not candy bars. Real dark chocolate at 85% cacao or higher. Dark chocolate is absolutely loaded with polyphenols that increase nitric oxide and improve circulation just like arugula does. It is also one of the richest dietary sources of magnesium, one of the most deficient minerals worldwide today. Magnesium controls calcium, relaxes muscles, lowers cortisol, dramatically improves sleep quality, and fuels mitochondrial energy production every day. At 85% dark chocolate, you are looking at roughly 6 net carbs, low enough to fit almost any diet. Your gut microbes actually crave real dark chocolate and send those cravings directly to your brain as signals. When you feel that chocolate craving, it is your microbiome asking for something it genuinely needs from you. Third bonus: L-reuteri yogurt. This is a very specific probiotic strain that most people simply no longer have. If you were never breastfed, or if you have taken antibiotics, L-reuteri is almost certainly gone from your gut. This microbe does something remarkable. It signals through the vagus nerve to your brain to produce more oxytocin. Oxytocin is the most powerful stress-lowering hormone we have. It also increases warmth, calm, and social connection. L-reuteri also helps build muscle mass, dramatically improves sleep quality, and supports your overall hormonal balance naturally. Just half a cup daily is all you need to start experiencing the real benefits of this extraordinary microbe. These 10 foods work together as a complete system that fights disease, lowers insulin, and transforms how you feel. Most people are eating the exact opposite of this list, and their daily energy and health reflects that truth. Try all 10 of these foods consistently for just 7 days, and pay close attention to how you feel. The shift in your energy, your digestion, your sleep, and your mood will be something you genuinely cannot ignore. You will feel better than you have in years, possibly better than you have ever felt in your entire life.